Arkin, who has passed away at the age of 89, was a popular character actor throughout his whole career, even though he started off as a famous actor. Despite the fact that he is best known for comedies, the most notable of which being Catch-22, 1970, and Little Miss Sunshine, 2006, he was not necessarily best at lightheartedness. Even at his funniest, he emanated seriousness. "I studied acting seriously," he declared back in 1982. "I'm not the clown who aspires to be Hamlet or anything like that," the man said. Simply put, "I believe that if one sees themselves as a comic, then their primary responsibility is to make other people laugh." He had the potential to be a thorny character. "Alan does not meet you halfway as an actor," remarked the writer-director Marshall Brickman, who cast him as a deluded scientist in the 1980 science fiction comedy Simon. The film was written and directed by Marshall Brickman. "He has a really solemn acting style. I have the highest regard for him. However, he is not interested in swaying your opinion with his charming attitude. The rigor that he brings to his photography is of the sort that can be a little challenging for an audience to take in. You either have a positive opinion about Alan or you don't." His role as a heroin-snorting grandfather in the film Little Miss Sunshine earned him an Academy Award, solidifying his position as a national legend in the United States. Arkin was born and raised in the borough of Brooklyn in the state of New York. His mother, Beatrice, née Wortis, and father, David Arkin, were both educators. When he was younger, he participated in acting classes. When Alan was 11 years old, his family made the move from Chicago to Los Angeles. However, during the McCarthy era, the family ran into difficulties when David was accused of having communist affiliations, which were later proven to be false. Soon after Arkin graduated from college, he joined a folk band, the Terriers, in which he sang and played the guitar. This was the beginning of his brief career in music. In 1957, the band had just one hit record, the Banana Boat song, which peaked in the top 5 of the Billboard charts. However, Arkin, who had started taking acting classes when he was a child, decided to leave the band and focus his efforts on establishing himself as an actor. According to a history that can be found on the website for the organization, Arkin had moved to Chicago by the year 1960 and was one of the early members of the improvisational comedy ensemble known as Second City. "Second City is the reason I am alive today." Arkin stated that it had a direct impact on his survival. "I have a gut feeling that it's true for a lot of other people, too." After gaining some experience performing on the Second City stage in Chicago, Alan Arkin made his debut on Broadway in 1961 in the play From the Second City. He then went on to win a Tony Award for his performance in the play Enter Laughing in 1963. Arkin has been nominated for 6 Emmy Awards, the most recent of which was for the Kominsky Method. In addition to his work in film and on stage, Arkin has also been nominated for these awards. After the second season, which aired in 2021, he did not return for the third. In the year 2020, he gave an interview to The Guardian in which he said, "I'm like a horse going down the trail. Because acting is so embedded in my physiognomy and the conduits of my brain, I often find that I am oblivious to certain aspects of the business. However, I do not require it at this time. It's probably time for me to get over it." Arkin is survived by his wife Suzanne Newlander, whom he wed in 1996, as well as 3 of their children, boys Adam Arkin and Matthew Arkin, whom he shared with his first wife Jeremiah Yaff, and son Anthony Donna Arkin, whom he shared with his second wife Donna.